So what's your take on
You
where
know,
things are going with
looking
this
at
now?
our supply chain, we do keep getting stuff in. It's weird for us because it's like the warehouse is just sending us different brands, but they're just trying to get us something.
Hmm.
So we do get like dairy loads. We get those every day. The general merchandise products, which is toilet paper, sanitizer, everything. We get that a few times a week. Grocery loads come in every day, except Thursday. But and produce. So we are fairly well stocked. It's just the big items, like the toilet paper and stuff that people just grab everything. So it's hard to keep up with that.
Hmm.
Also, like, well, sanitizer, we won't be getting that in, as far as I understand, because that's going to the healthcare field,
Oh,
because they're in more need.
yep.
Um, so it's yeah, that's why I bought the 2 bars of soap. I'm like, I'm good. Sanitizer's gonna work. Or the soap is gonna work just as well as sanitizers,
Yep.
if not better, because the way the molecule works, blah blah blah, it'll break it down just as well. And another thing that we did do is like our bulk foods area, we close that off. Other areas in the bakery, where people,
Oh.
just grab individual items. We've shut those down.
Oh.
Individual breads, because I've seen people in the bulk foods aisle, and this isn't just now, but all the time, is they will just stick their hand under there, grab a little sample, yum 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 yum, and then go and grab some more. And it's like that's exactly what you shouldn't ever be doing,
Hmm.
especially now. So
Yeah. Pandemic or not.
it's like, yeah, wherever people put their hands, we pulled all those salad bar, deli bar, crap like that, just to avoid the cross contamination or any contamination, or spread.
And I assume
Um,
stuff's getting wiped down like constantly there, huh?
we have a list every hour. Um, we pick certain different things and different areas to wipe everything down. So every hour something's getting wiped down. As well as we've implemented having people with each cart, wiping down each cart as it
Yep.
comes in, wiping it down before we give it to the customer too. Because people don't get that. They just walk up, oh, hey, put my hands on this, and then I'll go touch all this. And so we start out by trying to have the sanitizer where they can cleanse their hands right when they come in, give them a clean cart, and then as long as they're not touching their eyes and coughing all over everything, practicing the social distancing, it should really help to slow the spread.
Very cool.
Um,
Uh, do,
and I wish it would have been sooner, but
yeah.
as we all know, it didn't happen, or we didn't take the precautions as fast as we should have.
Yep. Yeah, we're a few
And the
months too
social,
late. Um,
yeah, the social distancing people don't really get. It's certainly odd to avoid people, but you're not actually avoiding them. It's just, hey, take a different route,
yeah.
just like you're dancing. Do a little two-step to the left, a little two-step to the right. No, it seems busier because of the distancing. We put markers in at the checkouts, um, and we put up the glass, with to separate the cashier and the customer.
Cool.
So it seems like it's busier when you have a long line, which say would be 5 people, makes it look like it's 20.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had 5 people before, they're right next to each other. Um, but it has slowed down a bit. It's more steady now.
Mhm.
It's all throughout the day because people aren't working. People are cooking at home more. Um, so it's been steady. But when it first started, it was freaking nuts.
I bet.
There was no way to really prepare for how crazy people were, and just what they would buy. I mean, we knew they would buy certain things, but it's like somehow Apple turnovers got freaking popular overnight,
Mm.
or donut holes. And, people, like I said, they were buying comfort food, um, and junk food. Um, and it just, yeah, but finally it slowed down. I've been doing 6 days a week, which today was my day to sleep in, and I freaking needed it. Like
Yeah.
I texted you out, I just woke up at 1:30. I needed a good night's sleep, and to not have to get up and do anything
Yeah.
other than this
I,
and make
I,
a Bloody Mary.
yeah, I was gonna say, and
That's
your
my
Bloody
goals
Mary
for the
makes you
day.
mention too, so for sure, gotta have goals.
Uh, One of the things our warehouse did as well, like for our bakery, um, is because we weren't sure when we were going to get bread in, because we just weren't sure what the production was going to be for our vendors that come in and stock it. We don't stock the bread ourselves. We have different vendors that stock it. So our warehouse had just shipped us a crap load of, we get our bread in frozen and then we bake it off. But so we have a crap load of bread in our freezer that if our vendors aren't able to supply it, then our bakery is able to accommodate and produce, a number of different items that customers would want. Like I said, employees and customers have been, for the most part, great, and trying to accommodate the customer. And, we haven't limited items because, we have signs up, please buy a reasonable amount. But, we put the product out, it's there for the customers to buy. It's some of the things I wish we would limit, like toilet paper. We have the hours from, 6 to 7 in the morning for first responders and elderly and whatnot to come in, so that, to save some of those items for those customers
Yeah.
that are most in need. But it's been a trip, man.
Yeah. Well, with the hand sanitizer and the soap and stuff, what boggles my mind is that people don't get that. Like, if you hoard it all, then all these other people over there, they're going to have dirty hands, and you can get just as sick from them now. So, I mean, if it just seems kind of silly.
Yeah, that's, like we've heard our governor and different people talk about, please don't hoard, save it for other people. And it's the reality. I'm sure you've seen on Facebook, there's elderly people that come in, like now is the beginning of the month where they start getting their Social Security checks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to be coming in to stores that are out of the necessary supplies that they can only buy once a month.
Yeah.
They're not able to take the bus. And, we do have Instacart, which is the home delivery and shopping, which has just skyrocketed,
I bet.
which is smart. People stay at home, and just do their shopping online. And I see those people all the time, and I try to help them out, looking for anything, let me help you find something, let me help you find something, get you in, get you out, move on to the next order.
Very
But,
cool.
like the elderly, they're not tech savvy, to do online shopping, and, they have their essential list. Well, if we're out of 50% of it, it makes it, what route do they take? How do they get those? So, I've also seen videos of, people that maybe the ones that did hoard it and they're out, giving it to their neighbors, hanging it out in parking lots like toilet paper. And I've done the same here. I've got a neighbor that's on disability, and thankfully before all this happened, I went out shopping with my HOB, and since I bike everywhere, I was like, well, I'll buy the big things, the heavy things. So Costco, I got my 30 rolls of toilet paper, which is, well, I'm not going to give you the math on how long that'll work or last, but, I've got, friends and people on disability. I'm like, hey, if you need something, I have it. And it's not that I hoarded it from work. It's just that I end up having it and I have enough. So try to help out your neighbors and family, friends, that aren't, get that disability check once a month or Social Security, or not able to get out. They can't just take the bus anymore to go shopping. We can do an update in a bit to see what items people are stocking up on, or how our supply chain is doing, how people are reacting to the social distancing, which isn't going very well.
Yeah.
Have to say maybe 50% of people understand it. And the social distancing is, being a nurse, it's since this is a virus is spread by droplet, droplet, the reason why they do 6 feet is because if you're talking and you spit or you sneeze, that only goes so far before it, gravity takes over. And that's why they have the 6 feet, is because it won't go that long, unless you're hawking a loogie or something. But that's why it's important, the droplets only go so far, keep that 6 feet, and that's the reason for it.
Thank you so much for all the information about supply chains, about your background in nursing, about what's going on down in Uptown, and specifically at the grocery store you're at. I appreciate it. We're going to get in touch and kind of do some updates to this. This is the Coronavirus Diaries, and this is KP signing off.